$100,000. How much you made? $100,000. Now that that's out of the way, Olive is back. I realize that it's been a little while. I have some reasons as to why I haven't been reading as much and why I haven't been as active on BookTube. And so I thought I'd roll this all into one feature where I give you a few life updates, and since I haven't said much on this channel about my personal life, I thought I'd share a little bit about who I am and the things I do when I'm not reading. And, you know, just to have an excuse to have a video when I haven't been reading as much. So I guess the biggest thing that's happening in my life right now is that I have officially quit my job. I had a full-time job and I had to resign that because that job required some evening hours, and I am returning to school. Yay! I'm not going for like a degree program, I'm just going to get like a post-baccalaureate certificate, and I'm studying accounting. I realize it's a little bit different than what some other people do on BookTube. I know people on BookTube tend to be more English literature related. But I love numbers and I really want an office job. That's just kind of what I see for my life. So that's the path I've chosen to take. Already started classes and it's going great. I'm having a ton of fun with it. So I'm going to be doing that part-time over the next couple of years, and also working part-time. But I should have more time during this period to dedicate to reading. Another thing that I've been doing that sort of has something to do with my reading or my lack of reading progress is I've been attending eye therapy. I have nothing seriously wrong with my eyes, don't be worried, but I have something called convergence insufficiency where it's really hard to focus my eyes for extended periods of time. This eye, I don't know if you could tell in my videos in the past, probably not because I'm so far away, it has been twitching constantly from the time I wake up in the morning till the time I go to bed at night. It has been twitching. Doctors will always tell you that eye twitching comes from stress or too much caffeine or random things, which of course it can be, but this persisted and there were no significant changes in my life at that point when it started. So I started seeing specialists and I finally found a doctor who was working with me to train my eyes, really train my mind just to see things differently and help me stay focused for prolonged periods of time. So that's one thing I've been doing instead of reading. I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about what I do in general and what I've been doing to occupy my time since reading has been a struggle for me, although it is getting slowly better as this therapy progresses. A big thing I do is watch TV, and we don't have a TV in our apartment, but we do have streaming services. We are subscribed to both Netflix and Hulu, and I really prefer television to movies. I really like intelligent television. My favorite shows are The Wire, Mad Men, and Gilmore Girls, but I also like reality shows. You know, you need the not so highbrow stuff in addition to the highbrow stuff, if only to give yourself a break, because you deserve it. I was a big fan of the Jersey Shore when that was airing. I have no excuses, I just liked it. I also absolutely adore Gordon Ramsay, so anything he's affiliated with, I will watch. So we really enjoy keeping up with Hell's Kitchen and Kitchen Nightmares, although I think that's gone now, if I remember correctly. And then MasterChef has been my newest obsession. It helps that I love to cook, and so while I'm watching this, I also like to think it's like a learning experience watching these other people cook. I don't know, it's probably not. I think I just like seeing him yell at people. That leads in perfectly to my next topic, which is cooking. I absolutely love to cook. When I was working at the job that I recently resigned from, I didn't have as much time to cook because I would get home pretty late. So by the time I got home, I didn't have the energy. So we ate out more than I would have liked us to. Although that is fun. That's another thing I like to do. I do like to go out and eat and get a couple beers. That's another thing I like to do. But eating out isn't always as fun for me because I have some dietary restrictions, some self-imposed, some actual issues that I have to work around. I cannot eat tomatoes or anything containing tomatoes. So Italian restaurants and Mexican restaurants are pretty interesting for me. So instead, I just come up with alternatives here for us. I find some of my favorite foods and try to make them tomato-free. While I am more of an indoorsy person, as is my husband, we do like to go out and do things. We live in a beautiful city that has amazing parks, and we live right down the road from one. So we like to walk up to that park and spend time there. We also just like to go and do things around the city. Sometimes it is a struggle to fight against the introverted side of both of our personalities and leave the apartment and go and do things, but it's always worth it because we always have a good time when we go out. Another thing that both my husband and I are into are video games. My husband is a much bigger gamer than I ever have been or ever will be. I would consider myself more of a casual gamer. We do have a 2DS, and I have always been really into Pokemon, and that has never gone away, so I play a lot of that. There was a period of time I was playing a lot of Animal Crossing. I haven't played in a long time. I'm really afraid to see what my town looks like when I get back. But probably one of my favorite games for the DS is Phoenix Wright. In case you haven't heard of it, it's a game where you play as a defense attorney, and it's a kind of a weird world where you're a defense attorney and also a criminal investigator, which I know is not the way the legal system works. You get a client that you're defending, and then you're going more into their case to try to prove their innocence. And you meet all these cool characters, and it is such a fun game. I would recommend it so highly to anyone. I don't know if it's in HD or not, but I know that they re-released the first trilogy of the Phoenix Wright games on the Nintendo store. So you're just able to go in and download them, which is really simple. As you can tell from my intro, I also really like music. I like pretty much everything, and I really mean that. Lately I've been listening to a lot of hip hop, but then at the same time I've been listening to a lot of Billie Holiday. I'm weird. And then of course, like every other person out there, I just enjoy spending time on the internet. Just wasting time on the internet, browsing things, stalking Goodreads and my library page. Because the only thing more fun than reading is learning about new books to read to clog up your TBR. It's good fun. So I hope that gave a little bit more insight into who I am and what I enjoy doing, and also give you a little bit of information as to what exactly has been going on with me the past couple months. Since my vision is getting better and I'm already pulling myself back into reading more, I anticipate June is going to go a lot better. I definitely am going to have more time to dedicate to reading and to this channel, so hopefully you'll see a little bit more of me, if that is what you want. If you would like to see more of me, you can always subscribe to my channel. See what I did there? Or if you'd just like to get in contact with me, you can find me on both Twitter and Instagram at @abookolive, and the link to my Goodreads is down below if you'd like to see my level of inactivity lately. I will see you very soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.